what's up, fantasy people? This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward, and Banjo, the dog, coming at you live from my living room. And this is the Fantasy Footballin' Show. Today's episode, we're going to go over the top 5 quarterback running back stacks. Now, a quarterback running back stack is not really something that I'm looking for because it does limit your upside. On a quarterback wide receiver stack, those two score pretty much every time on the same play. But with a quarterback running back stack, usually only a running back scores or only the quarterback scores. It's only when the quarterback throws to the running back when they both score. But sometimes your draft just works out this way, and you do not want to just pass up a really good running back or a really good quarterback late just because you do not want to stack them. So here are some stacks that I think will not ruin your draft. Number 5, we've got Mahomes and McKinnon. Mahomes is going in the second round. McKinnon is going in the 11th. Mahomes is going as the quarterback 1 this year. McKinnon's going cheap, dude. Running back 38. So if I'm a Mahomes owner, I'm definitely trying to seek out McKinnon later on in the draft for cheap. So weeks 10 through 17, McKinnon was running back 7 in points per game. He was 3rd in running back receptions with 35, and he had 8 reception touchdowns during that span as well. He finished with 9 reception touchdowns last year. CMC and Ekeler tied for second with only 5. Mahomes finished as quarterback 1 for the second time in his 5 seasons that he started in the NFL. Plus, he gave managers the best odds to win a championship last year at 22.2%. They also have the number 5 ranked offensive line, so the risk is very high anyways, stacking running backs and quarterbacks. So we want to get really good offensive lines here to minimize that risk. So all of the stats and ADPs are for 12-team half PPR leagues. Number 4, Jared Goff, one of our favorites, and Jahmyr Gibbs. You can find Jared Goff super late, round 14. Jahmyr Gibbs has been kind of sliding down to the 4th round. Jared Goff is going as quarterback 18, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going as running back number 16. So DeAndre Swift had 5 targets or more in 7 of his 14 games last year, and he had weekly finishes of 2, 3, 4, and number 6 on the season, all while only having 10 or more carries in only 2 games. So what I'm trying to say is he was like a top 3, top 5 running back multiple times without even carrying the ball that much. So DeAndre Swift and Jay Willie combined for 26.4 touches per game last season. Even if, Gibbs gets a 50-50 split, we're still looking at, maybe 224 touches for the season. That is more than enough to get top 5 numbers. Gibbs led Alabama in receptions last year with 44. The number 1 wide receiver had 40, and that was with Bryce Young, the most NFL-ready quarterback coming out of the draft last year. So Goff, we've been talking about how he is a steal this year. He was quarterback 10 last year. He's being drafted as quarterback 18 this year in the same round as Bryce Young and Kenny Pickett. He also has the number 8 strength of schedule. And again, a top offensive line. The Lions are ranked 4 going into next season by PFF. Number 3. Dude, this duo might win people some leagues next year. Russell Wilson and Samaje Perine. I know Javonte Williams was just announced for contact or he can practice or whatever. But I do not care, man. It's so many times people coming back from injury, never really come back. We're seeing J.K. Dobbins, all this stuff like that. Just get the for sure thing in Samaje Perine this year. Wilson is going late in the 12th round. And then again, Perine, another late pick in the 10th round. Wilson is going as QB 17 this year. And Samaje Perine is going as running back 34. Perine had 7 targets per game without Mixon, and he was a number 5 running back in reception touchdowns. Kamara averaged 82 receptions for the first 4 years with Sean Payton. That would have been number 3 running back reception leader last year, right behind CMC, who only had 85. This is going to be an elite pass-catching offense for running backs. Samaje Perine is going to get a lot of opportunities in pass-catching situations. He was ranked number 6 in pass protection last year by PFF. Russell Wilson, as bad as it was last year, he still finished as QB 16. He finished as QB 13 in the really bad last season with Seattle in 2021. But then remember, he finished as QB 6 in 2020 and QB 4 in 2019. If anybody's going to bring this back out of Russell Wilson, it's going to be Sean Payton. You have to remember that Wilson has led the league in passing touchdowns before. They have the number 7 strength of schedule and the number 9 ranked offensive line. Number 2, Brock Purdy, one of my favorite late round quarterbacks, along with Jared Goff. And Christian McCaffrey, which, number 1 overall. You can find Brock Purdy going super late in the 14th round. And you can find CMC, top 5 pick this year. So Brock Purdy is quarterback 22. And Christian McCaffrey is going as running back number 1 overall. Christian McCaffrey was number 2 in running back receptions last year with 85. So CMC had 3 running back 2 overall finishes in the 6 weeks that he played with Brock Purdy. That is super, super elite, man. Like, that's crazy. Half the time, he was running back number 2 for the week. Only one of those weeks, he was outside top 10. CMC had a 76% snap share in non-blowout games, so he is super involved. Brock Purdy, under the radar. Weekly finishes weeks 13 through 18 were as follows. Quarterback 18, quarterback 8, quarterback 14, quarterback 13, quarterback 9, quarterback 5. Dude, it is in the realm of possibility for Brock Purdy to be a top 10 quarterback this year, and he's being drafted as what? The quarterback number 22. Also, to minimize risk, Shanahan always has a good offensive line, and they are number 10 ranked going into next season. Number 1. Justin Herbert, one of my favorites this year, and Austin Ekeler, who's going to be a top 3 running back almost no matter what. You can find Justin Herbert going in the 5th round. You have to get Austin Ekeler, probably top 5. Herbert is going as QB7 this year, which I think is a great deal. And Ekeler is, where he should be going as running back number 2. Ekeler was number 1 in running back receptions last year with 107. That was number 1 by like 22. Dude, Austin Ekeler was tied for number 2 in running back receptions touchdowns with 5. He was also tied with number 2 in running back rushing touchdowns with 13. That is an amazing stat. And you think that this is going to be bad, because Kellen Moore is coming in, depth per target, he's not going to get all these dump offs and all that kind of stuff. Dude, the Cowboys were 6th in the rushing attempts last year. The Chargers were 28th. Herbert was drafted as quarterback number 3 last year. He finished as quarterback 15 in points per game at 17 points per game last year. That is terrible. If you listen to Austin Ekeler, who's a great fantasy insider, Herbert was injured severely last year, and he just had a tough through it. It was those, cracked ribs like the entire season. He only ran for 147 yards last year with 0 touchdowns. Now in comes Kellen Moore. Lombardi, he was like second to last in depth per target. Kellen Moore has been top 10 in depth per target offense for like the last 4 seasons, plus a top 10 scoring offense for the last 4 seasons. This is going to do nothing but help Austin Ekeler and Herbert, more scoring opportunities. Dude, Herbert can be a top 3 quarterback this year. And to minimize risk on all of this, they have the number 11 ranked offensive line going into next season. All right, everybody, that is the show. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I did earn your subscription. Hopefully I did earn a like. And if I did earn a dislike, give it to me. This is Tyler, Big Turd Ward. I appreciate you, and catch you on the flip side.